So you just bought your first airsoft gun. Hopefully, because you're watching this video, you bought an M4 airsoft gun. But today we're going to talk about the different types of airsoft gun magazines for your M4. So most airsoft guns, especially M4 guns, come with what is called a high cap magazine from the factory. High cap magazine has a BB reservoir on the top. You pour your BBs in and you spin the wheel like so. This can get boring and annoying after a little bit because you only get about 60-70 BBs before you have to wind it again. And for most people, after they play a little bit of airsoft, this is not the way to go. So they're then looking at what else is out there. Well, then we have mid-cap magazines. And mid-cap magazines use what's called a speed loader. So what you do is take one of your mid-cap magazines, pour your BBs in your speed loader, and push down like so. The benefit of this is no longer do you have to wind, and you get about 120 BBs before you have to just throw your magazine away and or reload. So a lot of people end up going to mid-cap magazines. So mid-cap magazines are superior, but which one should you buy for your airsoft replica? Well, as you see in front of me, I have a bunch of different designs, a bunch of different manufacturers. And the great news is Airsoft M4 specifically are 90-95% not picky with mags. Certain custom builds can be picky with mags and things like that, but from the factory, most of the M4s are based off the same design, so most mags will work in most airsoft guns. I'm going to walk you through all these magazines so you can choose the best M4 mid-cap magazines for your setup. First, we're going to talk proprietary before we talk universality. Is that a word? Maybe. I just made it up. KWA mags have a special cutoff feature, as you see right here, where they actually stop the gun from firing. For these are the MS-120Cs. The MS-120Cs are specific only to KWA guns. So these, although really cool and really awesome looking, would not work with any other brand manufacturer. KWA though makes a normal generic mid-cap magazine like these K120s right here. They hold 120 rounds. These work in most guns. They are a little thicker than most, so when you put them in, let's say your Lancer Tactical, they may take a little persuasion or not at all. They are a little bit more finicky than most mags. So if you do have a KWA mag, they'll fit perfectly. Some other applications, they will not. They range about $12 to $14. One of the other brands that we have here is Lancer Tactical. Lancer Tactical mags come in different shapes, sizes, and materials. This is Lancer Tactical's mid-cap magazine in metal. The only difference between this one and what I'm going to show your high-speed mags next is just material. That's something that you have to think about, is that you have to not only look at the mag going to function, how it's going to function, how it's going to fit, because you want it to feed, but how do you want it to look? Like this tan metal mag may not look as good in this Lancer Tactical as it may look in this Rocket Labs gun. Like so. To me, this looks a little better than it does in that Lancer Tactical. So that's something to consider as well when you're picking out an M4 mid-cap. But for most people, want a good, reliable mag that not only looks good, but performs well. And that's where the Lancer Tactical line of high-speed mags. As you see here, they come in multiple different colors: clear, black, tan, gray, red, green, blue, and purple. And they're coming out with more and more colors, so pretty much you have no excuse for whatever design and look you want to go. They also have these cool little base plates too to give it a little unique look as well. So they fit most airsoft replicas, and they hold 130 rounds, which is pretty good for a mid-cap magazine. So look really cool, function in most airsoft replicas, and hold 130 rounds. So really good budget there. So if you want something a little bit less expensive and performs well but don't look as good as the Lancer Tacticals, these Elite Force mags are for you. They range about like $9-10. They hold 140 BBs, and if you lose one, you don't feel bad because they were only 10 bucks. So for people that don't care about the looks as much and just want a budget mag that works and performs really, really well, these Elite Force mags should be the ones for you, and you won't feel guilty if you leave one at the field or let your friend borrow one and they never return it. Not that that's happened before, but it does happen. So you've seen all these mags. And you don't want something that's proprietary. You don't want something that's kind of in the middle, maybe looks a little cool. You don't want budget. You want something expensive because you're a high-end, high-value man or girl. Well, PTS has the highest quality mags on the market, and they make two different versions. They have the regular EPMs, as you see right here, and then they have the EPM ones. The EPMs are a great magazine. They hold about 140 BBs. They have a really good fit and finish. They get that cool, round indicator look that you get with the KWAs. And they come in 3 different finishes: black, tan, and this OD green. They fit in most Airsoft replicas, as seen here. So they fit really nice and really snug. They do have a rubber butt pad, so you can rest it on the ground. And they even fit finicky KWAs. With these EPMs, you are going to pay in the $19 to $22 for them, so they are about double the price as all these other mags. They do hold the same amount of BBs as, say, the Lancer Tacticals. However, they are built a little bit nicer and they fit more guns than the Lancer Tacticals, and they just look overall nicer. But you're here. You want to go here. You bought the Mercedes. Now you want the Rolls Royce, and the Rolls Royce magazines are the PTS EPM ones, and they make an EPM 1S, which is a shorter version. Now the EPM ones have this cool load indicator on the side that tells you how many BBs approximately you have left in your mag. They are made out of a cool high-strength polymer. They fit most guns, come in black and tan, but the big thing is that they hold 250 BBs in a mid-cap magazine. So that's almost 1.5 times any of these other mid-caps. With that though comes a very, I would say, expensive price for a magazine. Whereas these Elite Force are $9, $10, these EPM ones are $31.99 as of this recording. So they are about 3 times the price of the disposable Elite Force mags. However, they're built a whole lot nicer. They give you some cool added features, and they hold about 1.5 times that Elite Force magazine. So for most people, this is the high end. You want the high end, you get the high end. They fit in pretty much everything that you see here. Really nice, really snug. We put these in all our high-end Rocket Labs builds because they're just the best mag that you can buy. However, this little speed loader only holds 100 BBs. So you're gonna need one of those Odin loaders like you see right here to be able to load these bad boys faster and more efficiently. So you're getting out to play, you're gonna have a great time playing the sport of Airsoft, and hopefully this video educated you, especially if you have an M4, of which Airsoft M4 mid-caps you should buy. Just starting out, something a little bit more disposable might be in your alleyway. If you want something that's kind of disposable but looks really good, the Lancer Tacticals are the way to go. And if you want the highest at the high end, buy yourself some PTS products, especially these EPM ones here at MiR Tactical. The great news is MiR Tactical is here for you, and we have all these mags in stock at all times at the best prices. Thank you for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.